Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a good week. I'm creating you a video, kind of like before, that's going to detail some of the statistics of our class for this week. We are in part 1.4 in our week 4. And so we're moving right along. This project is kind of doing several things multiple times. And so I'm going to go through the first one with you, and then I'm going to let you do the next ones and then go on to number 2 and number 3. So that way I kind of show you how to do it, but don't make it so long that you are very bored watching it. So we are going to look at linear regression this week. Regression is basically determining if two different variables are correlated. Doesn't mean they're related, but does one go up when the other one goes up? Does one go down when the other one goes down? That sort of thing. And so we are going to look at housing prices and some different metrics. So first, it's asked us to copy the distance column. And if you don't remember this, I'm going to pull this here. Here's our distance column. We are going to move that from a tab. Let's see, tab 3. We are going to move it. Here's our distance column. It's an E on mine. You've probably gotten rid of all the labels at top to do previous analysis. So just know that this is your distance column. It's going to have some decimal points. So copy that and then go over. It says to tab 12. And then you're going to paste it in right here. And I've already done so. So you'll just right click and paste. And so then we're going to go back to tab 3, and we're going to get our prices, which are this, it's going to be the one right next to the H's for the house. Right click and copy, and then go back to tab 13 and right click and paste. And once you have it all done, you're going to find some data that will include your R-squared, which is very, very small, which means that the variability in your distance has very little to do with your prices. So your prices and distance are probably not correlated. And what it's asking you to do here is to create a scatter plot. Now in our class, there is an option that shows you, I'm going to show you quickly. Scrolling down to the bottom, this is something you can use to help you create a scatter plot. I thought I would go ahead and create one for you, so that way you can learn it here too. So you're going to go to Insert Chart, and then you're going to select your chart. You're going to click Scatter Chart. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to select your data, and then Insert Chart and a Scatter Chart. And then it will give us our data that we brought over with us. And so go ahead and delete this one. What you're going to notice is you have some data. It looks a little scattered, like a scatter plot. But what we're going to hope is we have some sort of a trend line where, there is some relationship. So we're going to edit our chart, go over here to these 3 dots, edit our chart. And then we can customize our chart. We can add lots of things. It asks us to do a few different things as we go through this. One of the things is to add a trend line. If you go to customize and then scroll down, trend line is one of the options, and you'll see it just appeared here. You can change that color if you don't like having everything blue. Oops, I'm sorry, I got rid of it. So you can do that. You can also show the R-squared. There is also a way to label it with use equation. It's going to ask for you to write the equation out. And sometimes having that right in front of you is very helpful. So I recommend clicking show R-squared and use equation, because this shows that the R-squared, which is the correlation between the variables, is very weak, and it also gives us our linear formula. And so then you're going to create this multiple times. You're going to do it in different worksheets as we go, and then you'll do from tab 4, which is the townhomes, go to tab 13, and tab 5, which are the units, go to tab 14. And you're going to do the same thing for each section. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do every single one because I think that might be redundant, but they should all sort of look like this. Here's my house one, I think, and then here's my townhome one. And so they're all going to look similar yet different. And then it's going to ask you a question after you've created all three. Is there an association between property price and distance based on your analysis? Based on my analysis, probably not, because just our points are very scattered. Our R squared is very low. The trend line does not show a trend going up or down. I would say no, but look at your data. You're going to have absolutely different sample data than I did. And so see what you can come up with. And then it asks you to select number 2, choose another numeric variable and compare that with home price. So instead of distance, we're going to look at something else. Okay, so let me see if I can find this again. So remember, here is our information from before. These are our labels. What I did, I think for my first one, you're going to have to do this twice. That's parts 2 and 3. And so for part 2, I think I did bedrooms and maybe land size. For part 3, you pick whatever you want. You can do bathrooms, you could do cars. It's up to you. So what you're going to do is the same thing as you did before. Hold on, I'm going to go back to the assignment. Okay, so the same thing you did before, where you go to tab 3. It likes using our tab 3 data because that's our homes, and then select what you do. So if you wanted to do bedrooms, you would copy this and go over to tab 15, and you're going to paste bedrooms here. Then you're going to go back to tab 3. So lots of scrolling in the tabs, and you're going to copy and paste. This is the home price data. Copy that again, move back over to our tab again, and then paste our home price data in. And so you're going to have an R squared from this. It's going to be higher. So we are going to notice there is a little bit more of a relationship between the number of bedrooms and the price, which, I mean, it's pretty common. You're typically going to see bigger houses are going to include more bedrooms. Though not always, it depends, you know, on the square foot and things like that. And so then you're going to see if you feel like there's a relationship and then assess that. It doesn't look like they're requiring you to create any more scatter plots. And then number 3 is the same thing. You're going to compare another metric with housing price. And I think for here, I put land size here and then housing price. And obviously here again, we are not seeing a large trend in the data that I have. And so it says regression analysis will be used to determine if there is a significant association between the home price and the variables. So for this one as well, my R squared is very low, so probably not. And this gives you an idea of what that looks like. You can create another scatter plot if that helps you to see it better. I'll do that once again, just because you may want to see it again. So create insert and chart. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to delete that. So get our data and insert chart, scatter chart. This is very interesting. We're going to see some fun data there. And then we're going to go to edit chart and then do the same thing, customize, and then start scrolling down here. We're looking for our information to add. If we wanted to add a trend line, click that. I usually like to put that in black. You can see that there's a much stronger trend, although with the data set up like that, that's a little harder to assume, but a stronger trend than what we saw previously. We can show our R squared, which is going to be, you know, still low. And then we can, if we want to go in, if you like to use the equation. So that way you have that there. You can have the linear equation listed as well. So I hope this helps you with your assignment for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a good day.